he would carefully cut thin edges off each coin using scissors. Over time, all the tiny metal scraps he collected were poured into a high-temperature furnace. Under extreme heat, the fragments melted down and fused into a solid block of copper. What made this scheme hard to detect was that the trimmed coins still looked normal to most people. To an untrained eye, they simply appeared poorly manufactured, their edges slightly uneven, but the gear-like rims still intact. Now here's a dangerous illusion behind the math. If you melt down a 1-cent coin, the copper inside could be worth nearly 4 cents. So imagine exchanging $1 for 100 coins, melting them, and suddenly holding copper worth $4. Then you repeat the process. $4 becomes 40, 40 becomes 400. On paper, the numbers appear to grow exponentially, giving the false impression that massive wealth could be created in just days. But in reality, this kind of activity is illegal, tightly monitored, and aggressively prosecuted. Modern coins are designed specifically to prevent this, and metal sales are heavily regulated. A similar myth exists with other metals. For example, buying 1,000 small metal rods for $1 and melting them down might produce over 1 kilogram of material. Yet when sold legally, the value barely reaches $120, far from the fantasy profits people imagine. What looks like a loophole is often just a misunderstanding of economics, law, and reality. And in the end, shortcuts like these don't create fortune, they only create consequences.